Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the 3 in 3. I'm Claire.
I'm Gary.
And I'm Hazel.
And today we're going to be talking about native content. And what we mean by that is creating content, especially in a digital world, that is designed to be consumed where it is. So in a recent episode, we covered the AI overview on search. And actually, it's not all a bad thing if you're not getting clicks anymore from search through to your website. And this new way of doing SEO will be about optimizing website content that appears in the AI overview with an acceptance that it should just appear in the AI overview. We've seen this a lot as well because we've seen from a social media perspective that actually posts with links in are being deprioritized.
Yeah. The reason why social media apps are sort of doing this is because they want you as a user to stay on the app. Because if you click on a link on a post, you get sent to a completely different website. So they don't want that. And apps make money out of all the ads that people pay them for. So the more you stay on the app, the better. So it pushes up posts with no links up on the algorithm. But the best way to sort of beat this is having like a good catchy CTA. So sort of being like, we're not putting our link directly, but you can indirectly sort of go and visit our website.
We also report on our own marketing effectiveness that we have stopped putting links in posts, but our website traffic from organic social has increased.
Has increased, exactly.
Yeah. And Gary, what's your perspective from like an overall brand point of view? Because it's almost harking back to brand.
Yeah, and as a traditionally trained designer, the thought of producing one piece of content that's recycled across many different platforms never really sat well with me anyway. But now, if you're looking at it from the point of view where you're designing specifically for one platform, you're going to take into consideration all the things that are going to keep people feeling like that's a very natural piece of content. So you don't have to be generic. You can be more specific. For example, TikTok. There's obviously a very definite vibe about TikTok content. But if you tried to post that on LinkedIn, for example, it just wouldn't work. So it gives you that chance to hone in on the key things that are specific to each platform.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point. I even then started thinking about even like email campaigns, stuff like that. Again, it's all been about trying to just drive someone to a website. Almost, this just needs to be enough to get you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Whereas actually what we're recommending is engage with people wholly there. You know, they can have that experience. They don't need to navigate off somewhere else.
That also gives you the opportunity to really get skilled with creating content rather than relying on knowing where everyone's coming from. You've got to make sure you make great content at the end of the day because people aren't going to consume it otherwise.
And when we've just been talking about AI in another episode and how the human piece will always take over, all of this is just kind of saying marketers have got a bit more of a job on their hands than they maybe did.
I think I'd like to add on there. So like the AI images on social media as well, like they get quite repetitive after a certain point and people get tired of seeing that as well. So I think that's another reason why people will engage more with human content because you know when a design is made by a human versus AI. And when an AI makes it, it just keeps rinsing and repeating the same stuff over and over and over again.
Yeah. So we're actually covering, I think, in the next episode, so you'll have to come back for that one, but more about building communities and stuff like that. And actually, I think in this AI world, people are craving more human interaction and human content.
Nice little segue.
Yeah. You can spot the AI stuff a mile away, or we all can anyway, can't we? So.
Yeah, and you attach more value to human stuff that you can see time and effort has been put into.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you everyone for joining us for this episode. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, save, comment, all of those great things that let us know that you're finding this content useful, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.